Hello, what up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to a new episode of the FIFA 20 Ultimate Team Road to Glory. This is episode number 99, the last episode in double digits. Oh my gosh. Yeah guys, if you enjoyed today's episode, do me a massive favor, hit that thumbs up button. Let's go for 2,500 likes, and of course don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you are new around here, and you can click that notification bell so that you never miss an upload. So in today's episode, we are going to change the team around a little bit more. Obviously, in the last one, we brought in King Kenny, Kenny Dalglish 87, and a 95 rated Messi after selling our 96 rated first owner. And we're going to pick up Allan today. He absolutely plummeted because of Napoli's draw against, I think, Barcelona in the UCL. So I decided, whilst he had absolutely plummeted in price, why not pick him up and use him? Seems like a good price for a player with those stats. And like, we all know me, I'm not going to have him come February when they get their next upgrades, or if he decides to not get an upgrade because Napoli lose. So it just doesn't matter. And I've heard that he actually went back up to about 320k, so that might be one player we've actually made some money on. But then again, we'll probably sell him for about 112k in a few episodes' time. So then I needed to just make a little bit more money on the account so that I could afford the centre-back that I wanted to get alongside, well, probably alongside Lenglet rather than PK, because I still don't know if I still don't know if I think he's good or bad, but I know that Lenglet is good, so we'll stick PK on the bench for now, and also Guardiola's going to go on the bench, obviously, to make way for Allan. So that's a big, I think that's a good upgrade to our team. Obviously, Guardiola, we've used him for a lot of games now, and he has that one job of just sitting in as a defensive midfielder. I think Allan can do probably a better job than him at that. And he's actually got 4-star skills. He moves around quite well, dribbles nicely on the ball. So I think it's just a bit of an upgrade. And I think we can probably say, at this point in time, I think it's maybe goodbye to Guardiola. But you never know. In the future, we may need him for a squad. We may need him for chemistry. So I'm sure we'll still use him at some point. But the player we're going to buy as a centre-back is this guy, who looks awesome, by the way. Juan Jesus. 84 rated, upgraded, road to the final Brazilian who plays for Roma. He cost me about 80,000 coins, just under that. And wow, has he got some good centre-back stats. And I've been hearing some great things about him, so I was excited to bring him into the team. Obviously, getting a strong link to Allan and a strong link to Roberto Carlos means that he's going to be on full chemistry. So we have to move the squad to like a 4-4-2. And then move Paulinho up to a striker just to start things off. But then everyone in this team right here is, of course, on full chem, and we're good to go. So again, it's 4 attackers and 2 defensive midfielders. So this is still a 4-4-2 or 4-2-3-1 squad. With but you could always replace Griezmann with Frenkie de Jong, and it becomes a 4-1-2-1-2 squad. Where we got the 3 players up front and the 3 midfielders. So yeah, there are options, and there might even be a better player than Frenkie de Jong to put in that centre mid spot. I don't know who it would be. Obviously, we're kind of broke, and we have a first owner Frenkie, so that could probably work. But for now, I think I will still try with the 4-2-3-1 and stuff. What I did actually do is put together, you'll see like me moving around the squad, putting everyone in position as to where I want to play them. And I also made a different formation as well that we could potentially try out. I don't think we've got the perfect players for it, but I was talking to a couple of mates who were saying that the one time they've really enjoyed or really had success with FIFA this year is when they were using like a 3-5-2. So I wanted to put one of those squads together, and if you can think about it like this, just looking at the squad here, we would have Juan Jesus, Lenglet, and Semedo as the centre-backs. So Semedo's a little bit attacking for a centre-back, but I always think he tackles quite well. So, I mean, this is how we're going to have it. You can see it on screen. I'm changing the players about. Roberto Carlos to be a box-to-box winger, like someone that gets up and down the pitch, helps defensively, but also offers that wide solution for us. And then Griezmann on the other side. That's the one area where he's obviously not going to defend very well. But then you have Paulinho and Allan as CDMs, like they would be in a 4-2-3-1. But then you also have that front three in a triangle like you would in a 4-1-2-1-2. But you still have wide players like you would in a 4-4-2. But obviously you only have three at the back. So I'm not sure how it would work or whether I could be any good with it. However, it's something that I've put together and we can at least try out here, there and everywhere. And always switch back to the 4-2-3-1 should we need to. So I think I did start this game in the 3-5-2. We're just playing some division rivals because there are certain challenges that I need to get done. Unfortunately, that ball from Neymar there, if he was positioned as a left winger instead of a left mid, we would have got the get a lofted through ball assist with a forward. So that's how crazy those objectives can be. You need the right player in the right position to even make that happen. But what a freaking goal by Kenny Dalglish. That was a lovely half volley. We really it was just a nice goal. I really liked it. However, we get equalised on. What I've been finding in rivals is that it just, I don't know, it's killer. It's just not fun in the slightest. Trying out new formations as well is obviously a difficult thing. Like 3-5-2 with this squad, I found that my left mid Roberto Carlos for some reason played like right CDM. Not really sure why, whether that's a bug. You know, like last year we used to have a 4-1-2-1-2 bug where the CDM would swap with the CM. That seems to happen in the 3-5-2. I don't know if there's some instructions that I can use on my player to maybe not make him go there, but I think for now we switch back to the 4-2-3-1 just because we know that that seems to work all right. Especially if you have a cam in the 4-2-3-1 that drifts off to like right cam all the time or right mid all the time, you put him on like stay forward, get on the box and free roam, and he tends to stay more in the middle, and that's what Leo Messi does there. And as you can see, you know, we profit from that by scoring a goal to put ourselves 2-1 up. Kenny Dalglish then gets through and absolutely rifles one across onto the bar. It's just unfortunate really, because my opponent's going to go forward here. Lautaro Martinez, good strike, saved by Ter Stegen. And that, well, we'll get onto that in a moment, I guess, actually, Ter Stegen, because we're going to switch him out today. Neymar ends up getting through, but that's what happens when I try low-driven shots. I've yet to make one stick, because that's another weekly objective, which can get me a few thousand XP, get me closer to level 30, and we missed that sitter there, or not really a sitter, but we missed that opportunity with Dalglish there. So we end up winning 2-1. It was a tough game, but we come away with the victory, and I actually had more shots than my opponent in that game, which is actually kind of a rare occurrence for me in rivals at the moment. I'm seemingly coming up against people that have loads of possession and way more shots than me, but sometimes I'm still clutching that win by just one goal. It's like a 1 or 3 goal thriller, you know, really kind of boring matches. But, you know, it's a victory. It got 380 XP, and it takes us even closer. We're now just shy, or just over 5k points away from getting ourselves that level 30 reward. We get ourselves the loan, Footmus Jobamon, which is probably going to be as far as we go in that particular thing. I don't think I'm going to be able to unlock the full version of him, which is fine. 10 game loan on him, that will get me through the next icon swap objectives, I think. And of course we're already set on our Prem team, like we've got quite a few good midfielders. But yeah, like what we could do is, I think there's a lot more chance of us getting the Footmus Thiago Mendes. So again, I will continue grinding for that. And that's, you know, we're doing some of that throughout this episode as well without even knowing it. Like getting certain goals with certain players is helping us out for that challenge. There's one thing though, I've got a fair amount of Brazilians in my squad. I need to score and assist with Brazilians in 4 separate matches. So that requires at least 2 goals to be scored, and in rivals at the moment I'm struggling to even get that to happen. But like we get through with Neymar here, we score the goal. So now what we would need is an assist with Neymar in the same game, or an assist with Paulinho or Allan or even Juan Jesus or Roberto Carlos, and that would obviously help us out. So this is a story. This right here, that screenshot is a story of how my rivals matches have been going lately. Sometimes I get the win or sometimes I get the goal, but I get hardly any opportunity to actually get more goals. And then I get a clear-cut one with Kenny Dalglish, and I push the power button down way too far, and of course, sky that ball. But my opponent equalised on me in the 76th minute, so we go from winning our game to currently drawing. Is it going to end up being a a draw for us? Are we going to end up scoring again? Are we going to concede again? Who knows? But Paulinho knocks it into David Villa, and if we scored that, that would have been a assist from a Brazilian, and it would have also been a low-driven shot, because I'm pretty sure I took one of those. But he gets through with Mbappe here. Somehow, the ball drops down to Benzema. He hits the bar. Paulinho wins the header over Allan, I think it was, but over the bar that one goes. So I get lucky to not end up conceding and losing in that game. So 1-1. Do we get any XP from that match? I can't remember. I don't think we actually do. I don't think there was anything that we did in that one that was going to help us out along our way. But yeah, still chilling around the 1500 skill rating. And if I'm struggling this much with my main team, imagine when the next set of icon swap stuff comes out. I'm never gonna get it done. There's just no way. It's gonna be absolutely awful. I can tell you that right now. So yeah, we look forward to doing those objectives. But one thing I noticed was that my Ter Stegen was still roughly about 50,000 coins, which is not much for what we paid for him. But the Team of the Year nominee one, which is like a +1 on him, is like 25k more. So for 75k or less, you can get yourself a Team of the Year nominee Ter Stegen. So again, I had to gut the club a little bit. There were a few players that we needed to just chop, either discard or list up on the market or whatever. And of course, it requires our Ter Stegen to actually sell. So that was one thing that we were waiting on. And as you can see here, we get up to 76k, which means that on top of the 20 odd that we had, Ter Stegen finally sold for 50, and we can pop out onto the market and just upgrade our goalkeeper. Again, I think it's mainly like the card design, the dynamic image, and the fact that this one is like a +1 on the stats to his normal card. So I'm that's great. I'll bring him in, and we won't look back unless of course we need to free up some coins going down the line, and we can just downgrade him back to the normal version again. But yeah, I wanted to bring him in. I like the dynamic image. I like the card design. I like all of that stuff, and it's another Team of the Year nominee to go into the squad. So welcome Ter Stegen to my ultimate team, or Team of the Year Ter Stegen to my ultimate team. So there you go. That is like our completed squad for now. Knowing, of course, that we could swap out Griezmann for Frankie de Jong or anyone really. Like, what could we? We could even put like who is he? Pep Guardiola. We could even put Guardiola back in there, and at that point play him as the CDM and Allan and Paulinho as the two centre mids if we wanted to 4-4-2. 4-1-2-1-2, should I say. So that could actually work. So that was one night, and then I came back on it to last night where we were playing again. Realised that we were getting some of the footmas Thiago Mendes stuff done, and that week 5 gold and week 6 gold were still there for me to attain, which is obviously going to push me up towards that 100k XP that I need. So these were the main things that I was focusing on, the week 6 gold and week 5 gold objectives, because if I can make them happen, that means that we actually get to level 30 a lot quicker than just by doing like the footmas objectives. So we end up coming against Ronaldo, Prime Roy Keane. He's obviously got him from icon swaps. There was an Eden Hazard in there as well. Just a genuinely nice squad. But we get into the box with Neymar here, play it into Messi, cut back nicely, and then strike that one home. As you can see, the dribbling on this Leo Messi is basically identical to the one that we had before. But of course, it's freed up so many more coins for us to adjust our team in other areas. And what I would give you as a little mini review off the bat, by the way, conceded a bicycle kick from Sergio Ramos. But you can't score headers on this game, though. You can concede bicycle kicks, but not a header. Mental. But what a goal from my opponent. GG's. Fair play. Like that's an absolute beauty from him. It reminds me of old FIFAs when that used to happen quite a lot. But yeah, a mini player review on Juan Jesus, the centre-back, is that he's a freaking monster. I love him. I think he's awesome. Like, I'm a bad defender on this game, but he is a fantastic centre-back and has been super clutch for me so far. I rate him. I really do. So, yeah, like, that's a good road to the final card that I think is well worth the coins that you pay for him. And what more can I say? I rate him. We then score a low-driven shot with Kenny Dalglish. Finally, like, he ends up getting that goal, and we end up actually scoring from a low-driven shot, which is exactly what we need. That's like 1300 XP or something right there, just in that one goal. So that's brilliant. If we can win this game, which we end up doing, that's going to really help us out towards our, our XP goals that we need. And as you can see, like just after we get through this menu, it's going to pop up with just how much XP we earned in that match alone. I think it was 1500 or something. We'll see after we get past how many points we got. 9,500 points. We ended up unlocking ourselves. Oh, it didn't show you because I just completed week 6 gold and I was already there. We also completed Midfield Engine, which is part of Thiago Mendes done. Electrum Players Pack for that. And we are, what? Like that was the 8 goals of midfielders. So at this point, the next challenge for me to do is to score a goal off of a lofted through ball assists with a forward. So I think my team needs to change again, not the actual players in the team, but I need to change my formation from a 4-4-2 to a 4-2-4, and we'll do that in just a sec. So as you can see here, if we do that, the chemistry links are pretty much exactly the same, but what we do is, of course, move Messi to a right wing, and we move Neymar to a left wing, and that means that we've now got more attackers in the squad as opposed to midfielders, and now it makes it slightly more easier for us to, so we can use either Paulinho, because he's set as a striker, we can use Messi, we can use Neymar, and we can use Dalglish. If any one of those does an LBY through ball in and we get a goal off of it, that counts as the assist. That's another 1300 XP, and we should be golden. So my opponent goes 1-0 up against me here. I could tell that he was doing some challenges as well, just by some of the players that he was using. It didn't look like a main sort of solid team. It was a nice team, but I didn't think it was his main. But look at that. That's an LBY ball through to Messi. Iberba spin round. I score the goal at the near post. What a goal, by the way. And I was bricking it because I didn't know whether or not that was going to count as an assist, because he took time on the ball. He did an extra turn. I don't know if that was going to count or not. But we'll find out after the match, I suppose. And then here, we score a goal with Neymar. So we score a goal with a Brazilian player from Ligue 1, or we score a goal with a Ligue 1 player in a victory, which is another one of Thiago Mendes' challenges done. And we actually did get the assist from Kenny Dalglish. That did count as a lofted through ball assist, even though we did a couple of turns and stuff with Messi afterwards. So that's going to get us seriously close to that level 100 mark. As you can see, we are at 99,646 XP, so just 354 or something to go, 344, I don't know how many it was, but we are close. We're very, very close. And of course, we unlock a 10-game loan on Thiago Mendes, which is, good. It means that we can use him at some point as well. So yeah, that's going to wrap up the episode for today, guys. Let me know in the comment section below, because you'll know when you're watching this, but I won't know, what you think of the latest Footmas SBCs. I don't know what players we've got today at this point, but I'll know obviously while you're watching this. But yeah, let me know what you think of them. Are they still overpriced? Are they any good today? Are they worth doing? I'd be very curious to know. But so far, I'm enjoying the team. I'm not enjoying rivals. I'm looking forward to getting this team in the weekend league and seeing what it can do. But Juan Jesus, Allan, Kenny Dalglish and Messi, so far so good with them. I do rate them. Messi feels exactly the same. Dalglish is a very fun player to use that I've wanted for an awfully long time. Yeah, the two Brazilians from the Serie A, well, they are just pretty awesome, I would say. So hit me with a thumbs up on the episode. I'd really appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Why don't you come follow me on Twitter and Instagram? The links are down below. And most importantly, everyone, why don't you have a fantastic day out there? It's getting close to that Christmas period. I hope you're enjoying yourself, getting some time to spend with your friends and family. And yeah, have a great day. I'll catch you tomorrow with another episode. Peace.